Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we grow up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
Welcome to Monday after a spectacular weekend.
That's the microphone issue I heard. Hear that?
That's not an issue. That's just us hitting it.
I don't think so.
I do.
Good morning to you. Monday. Happy. See?
Well, what do you want me to tell you? It's one of us.
I don't think so. Let's see what it is.
I think it's you.
I won't move. See what happens.
Did you hear it? You're deaf. You didn't hear nothing.
That's not nice. Happy Monday, everyone.
Did you hear?
October 17th. Hear what?
That the deaf, to get
hearing aids, you can now get them anywhere.
$7.99 at Walgreens.
I didn't hear they were that cheap.
$7.99 at Walgreens. $2,000 to $8,000 anywhere else. So,
at least you don't need them right now.
Do you know what the $7.99 hearing aids do?
Weren't they $799? Not $7.
$799.
Okay.
Not $7.99.
Okay. Yeah.
$799. There's got to be the rejects of the two at $8,000.
I don't think so. I bet you they're just as good. It's just all the other companies are making more and more money.
I heard somebody tell me that if you don't buy the $6,000 brand, even the 2, 3, and 4, 5 stink.
Well, I guess it depends on your hearing. I think it really depends on the earbud. That's the thing. So you drop by them, try them out, and if they don't work, you return them. My question is, do they reshelve them?
No.
Or do they send them back?
No, it's like
because you don't want your earbud in somebody else's earbud.
When you serve a glass of water to a table at a restaurant, and you tell them I didn't order water, and they take it and they put it on another table?
Yeah, but water's different than an $800 hearing aid.
But do you do that?
No.
Of course not.
I only give that to you.
Yes.
I only give you the leftover wine in this.
Anything like that. Welcome to the show. Do me a favor, Carrie and Sherry, share out the show. Help us out.
Happy Monday to you.
Seems like Facebook has a new logarithm that nobody in this building is notified of the show.
We've got 7 people watching.
Woohoo! Woo! Katie's on a new schedule. It's fall, y'all. It's gonna get cooler here. I think it's my. I might need a new XLR
Whatever that means.
wire. But apparently the only good team this weekend was Josh's because everyone else seemed to have lost. Did you win?
Yep.
He won
People.
teams. The Phillies are in. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Phillies. I do not know how. I do not know why. But it seems
What was the final score?
They just beat Atlanta. Doesn't work.
20
91,
something?
95, 6.
It was a good game last one. I think it was like 6-1,
6-1.
the final game.
They destroyed them. But the bottom line here is that it seems like offense, unlike pitching has been in the past, is the key. And the Mets don't hit, and the Padres are hitting.
Baseball's weird now.
Isn't it?
The bullpen game, changing pitchers every inning, I don't like that.
And you have to pitch to 3 guys. They try to stop that.
I know, I don't like that. It's weird now.
They changed the dynamics of the game. The hitters are dominating the pitchers right now. 9-1, 6-1. All of a sudden, now the Phillies have big bats. They
The
spent a lot of
hitters
money.
are dominating the pitchers. which
Yes,
means
because the game used to be all pitching. In other words, if I throw it, you can't hit, you're not going to score.
true that.
CC Clevenger says, "Good morning, my friends."
Good morning, Cece Clevenger.
Mr. Clevenger, how are you? Clevenger is going to be on Thursday night. Cece, I want to talk to you. I got a new format of how I want you to do the show on Thursday. We got to put Cece in the mix a little bit more, so I came up with a plan. I think we're going to have some fun with this. I think it's going to be outrageous.
And your football team did well. Dolphins, Hurricanes,
Let me ask you a question. Did the Eagles play at home last night?
Yeah.
Okay. You ever heard of home cooking?
Home cooking.
Home field advantage.
Homesteads.
That.
It started with the Jets and the Packers. Oh my God. It was so obvious because the Packers just are not a good team right now. They got a lot of players, old and new. That mix takes years. And they were getting calls. Even Freddie and I were watching the game. I mean, I understand. It's Aaron Rodgers. I get it. You don't want him getting hurt. But when you sack him, you know what a sack is? The lineman goes and he grabs the quarterback, flushes him to the ground. That's called a sack. When you sack him, and you have to brace yourself on the ground and make sure you get off of him immediately. You look like a tarantula. You go,
Well, you know, all these concussion protocols.
but what I'm saying is because he's Aaron Rodgers, he's made of glass. You can't, penalty, penalty.
I think they're looking into it because they were annoyed. I think it was last week with the Tom Brady hit, and there was also another one, Chandler Jones of the Chiefs. I forget who they were playing. They were playing the Raiders, and they got a sack for a fumble, and they called it roughing the passer, turned it over, and Raiders got the ball back.
See, that to me is outrageous.
Yeah, so the NFL's looking into the roughing passer calls.
They're going to have to change that. So they're making fun of all these calls. They say bring him a pillow and a blanket and a whoopee. So that when you throw him to the ground, you say, you okay? Come on, man. It's football.
It's football, you know, but you got to protect the hands. You
No,
got to protect the body.
No. Abusive football where you go and you throw yourself like the top of a ring on top of a quarterback's head. I get that. But to throw him to the ground, that's part of the game. What are you supposed? Then let them wear flags. And if you get the flag, then it's flag football.
No, because they're probably going to do that.
What are you going to do?
In other news,
In other news, did you see
In
the
terms of-
tell us,
No, you go.
candy, Halloween candy?
Let's talk about candy.
Let's talk
for a
about Halloween
second.
candy 2 weeks from today.
Really?
Yes. 2 weeks
What
from
about
today,
it?
Halloween.
We went to Target the other day, and we went in the candy section. He wouldn't let me get anything.
Too expensive.
Rude.
Way too expensive.
Do you know I spent
I want-
$100 on Halloween candy yesterday?
Case in point. Where'd you buy
There
it
you
from?
go.
Target.
Woo woo.
I went to Walmart.
250 pieces, $25 for the bag.
I bought 500 pieces. You know how much I spent?
How much?
$12.
Yeah, what kind did you get though?
The mixed kind. It has everything.
Is it got the
M&Ms on it.
chewy?
No.
You
It
got
has
the chocolate. All right, as long as you got the
mix.
chocolate.
And then I bought a chewy mix because it was so cheap. There's nobody at Walmart.
All I know is I got these 4 big bags, and then I realized Halloween's on a Monday. I'm not even home, which means
I had to put it outside my
I gotta put it
mailbox.
outside by the door.
Wait, we could put it here.
I'll bring some in here. We definitely we got Katie in the house,
What is it
so
with you?
What?
Why don't you go as a candy bar for Halloween?
I
you
probably will.
should.
That'd be hilarious.
I did get some lollipops to the studio.
Thank you. We have a big night coming up tonight. We got music in
We're
the
gonna what?
house. We've got big night. We got a VIP section. We need
Ooh.
wine, a little bit of water, a little bit of candy.
We got 1, 2, 3 new shows tonight.
Ooh.
Yep,
Bam.
it's gonna be a big
I
night.
set up the boards. I didn't even do that yet.
We got a lot happening. I was watching the story last night about Deion Sanders. Remember, he played football, he played baseball, he was this great athlete,
Dion, yeah.
right? He is now coaching Jackson State. They are the underdogs, and he was on a plea asking for money to give them the same advantage that all of the schools that have money can have. I think there should be a way that there should be equality across college football, financially, not against players. Like, why is it fair that Alabama has a $5 trillion budget
Because
and
they
these
win.
small schools have?
Because they win.
But maybe if these other schools had money, they could win too.
It
you
takes
could have-
talent to win. You gotta have players that want to go there that have talent. So how do you do that? FAU.
Like, what came first?
FAU is what kind of school? D1.
I don't know.
It is D1.
Okay, so FAU out of the ashes now. People want to come play here. You know, there's a couple of players that.
But I guess you got to look at where you're located also.
There's a lot of aspects that go into it, especially the coaching. Deion Sanders being a coach, he picked up the #1 cornerback. I think he's the #1 draft
I saw
in
that.
high school. So just to get him is a big thing for Jacksonville State. But these Bama quarterbacks, if their star quarterback goes down, they have another 5-star quarterback at backup.
Even
They got
Bama
players.
lost over the weekend to
Yeah.
Tennessee.
To the Vols, and the Tennessees. Did you see the way they destroy the field? And they talked to the president of the school, and they said, "Well, how much is it going to cost to do that?" He says, "It doesn't matter." That what's going on out there. There was thousands of kids out there. What happened to COVID?
They're
When was the
asking-
last time they lost a game, Alabama?
Last
Against
year?
Tennessee
Last year.
But against Tennessee,
They said like
2006.
15 years.
I think so.
Unbelievable.
But they're asking for donations.
To put the
Tennis,
poles back?
yeah, for the goalposts. It's $150,000 for new goalposts.
I'm sure one of their alumni will graciously donate the money.
Let me tell yeah, that's I'm sure too. Let me tell you something about Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders comes with all this hype.
He's old
And-
school, though. He
and
reminded me of you.
No. I would never do what Deion does. He flirts his popularity and who he is. I get it. Deion could write a check. Deion made millions and millions, and then he went to the NFL, the booths to talk. He made millions. He could write $1 million check tomorrow. He doesn't want to do that. He wants people to be creative. So what does he do? He pleads for people to come and help his school. This is all a ploy to get attention. I mean, Deion
maybe it worked.
is Deion. Of course it worked. He's been all over the news. You're bringing it up. You don't even watch football.
He was
You're
on
bringing
60
it up.
Minutes, had a whole thing about how sick he was and all the things that he's had to overcome. But what made me think of you is he had this great moment in history. And was he appreciative to where he was? Baseball, football. This great athlete growing up in the 80s,
A lot
right?
of people didn't like Deion.
I know.
He had a lot of mouth.
Well, those are the athletes in the 80s,
Who's
though.
the other one with mouth? Ocho Cinco? Yeah, but Jerry Rice, which in my opinion was one of the greatest receivers of all time for the 49ers, he didn't have that kind of mouth. Now, Deion's played both ways. Jerry didn't. Deion played defense and offense.
So he's giving back to the kids. You know what they say.
You know how hard it is to play both offense and defense? Like the pitcher from the Angels, the Chinese guy. Chinese or Japanese? Chinese, right? He's a pitcher, he does real well, and then he's a hitter. He's a cleanup hitter. He's like Babe Ruth
Oh, Shohei?
or Shohei. Guy's unbelievable.
How do guys know all of this?
I don't know.
You
Right?
know how hard that
Katie's
is?
like, I know Candy.
I kind of just zoned out for a few minutes, I'll be honest.
It's just, what are you good at? And then what are you great at? And then how do you do both at the same time? Think about that.
Just do.
You
But
think
think
there are
about it.
people other than sports that say, I am good at this and I am great at that?
And you do both at the same time?
I
Very
mean,
few.
there's piano, there's singing, but overall, do someone say, I am a great businesswoman? I am good at this, I am great at that. Do you think people say that?
They're good. I see a lot of people that are good with their mouths, communicating with people. I'm terrible at communicating.
Communication.
It
I don't
comes
know how
though,
people
it
can
takes
do
time.
And you have to be able to communicate so that the person you're talking to knows what the hell you're talking about. You know, you may think you're the greatest communicator. E equals MC squared. And the other guy says, what's an E? But it's true.
But we went to a great show. I can't even say concert, great show on Friday night. We
Why
went
is
to the
that a
JD
concert?
Danner. I don't know what constitutes a concert versus a show.
More than 3.
I don't know. Anyway, concert show, whatever you want to call it, the JD Danner event up at Arts Garage in Delray Beach. And talk about great communicator. That's what made me think about it. She plays rock, right? She plays this hard rock kind of country type of rock music. Typically not my style of music. But her words of communication
Well, this wasn't a rock show.
resonated.
It wasn't a rock show.
So that's what I'm asking you. But she kind of crossed different barriers, bringing things together.
She's decided to tell her life, her story, things about her life, you doing a concert, which is really different. I think Janis Joplin used to do this.
Alba did
After-
it in Mamma Mia. Just saying.
Well, she went up there and she talked about very emotional, she cried, very laughable, she laughed, parts of her life from her early teens up to her marriage and where she is now. And she played music to some of these themes. You know, there's a few people in here that I think do that. They just don't tell you. You ever have an emotional moment? Like when the Phillies win the World Series, it's emotional for you. Eagles.
I
I'll go for
cried.
this season.
I cried when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Oh, no, I cried when Brandon Graham got the strip sack on Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. That's when I knew we won it. I started crying.
I won a lot of money when the Eagles beat Brady. I was crying too, all the way to the bank.
I was probably in a pool, just swimming.
Just hanging out.
Why were you crying?
She wasn't.
No, I
She was
wasn't.
just
I was
hanging
probably
out.
just swimming.
But there were emotional things, and she put music to it. And I think that that's what a lot of women, and 98% of the audience was women.
Do you think they listened?
Sure. I didn't understand why a lot of people started leaving midway through the deal. I guess they misunderstood what the concert was about, and I saw because I was sitting with my back towards the door.
Well, it
before.
started late because traffic was so bad. There was no parking in the parking garage, so everyone came late. And then the line at the bar was like a
Around
half
the
hour
corner.
around the
I
corner.
was
They
standing
normally
there
have
with
two
Chuck,
bars.
yeah. I asked the lady, I says, can I bartend for you to move this line? No. I said, what do you mean no? She says, do you know how to mix drinks? Chuck was with me. I says, I can't be any worse than that. She said, they're using a measuring cup. I said, shh, shh, shh. I says, I could flip bottles and everything. Come on.
They usually have two bars. So its concert started instead of 8:40,
8:40.
and it was still a 2-hour concert. And they still did an intermission. So people were tired.
And
It's
she
an
cut
older
down the
crowd,
intermission.
right?
Now I gotta tell you, Atlantic Avenue, this particular Saturday night,
Packed.
what the hell happened?
I didn't get home till almost midnight. On a Friday night for me, I was like, I could not even stay awake in the car.
I couldn't even get out of the place. The line to get out
Listen
was
to this. So
unbelievable.
I'm driving up the parking garage. You call me. He tells me that we're almost at the roof. You say there's no parking. I'm leaving. I must have passed you at some point. You leave the garage. We're still up, which means then we got to come down. Freddie pulls out. Bam! There's a spot right in
Bam.
front
Bam.
of the building.
Bam.
Me, I go north, I go east, I go south, I go east. Next thing I know, I'm over the train tracks, a block away from Federal Highway, walking in my high heels over the train tracks.
told
Could
me
Chuck
you
have
weren't
dropped
that-
me
no,
off?
No, Chuck told me you weren't that far. I asked him.
It wasn't. It was like 4 blocks.
He said it was 2 blocks. He says your direction's
He's
over.
6 foot what?
I know.
So
one stretch and he's
one
here.
step for him is like 4 for me. And my heels, I'm looking, wait, there's holes in the train tracks I'm crossing. Anyway, it was a great show. She did a nice job.
And we have some stuff in the car I got to bring out. Do you realize that when I got that parking spot, I parked and I'm looking around and says, this can't be legal.
Then he watched it all night from
It
our
can't
seats.
be legal. How do you
If my
find a
car's
parking?
still-
It's like going to the Marlins Stadium and everything's packed except one spot and you get it right next to the door.
And he watched the car all night to make sure it was going
I
to stay
said,
there.
and then I saw the guy with the yellow lights. And I said, wait a minute, let me go see if my car is there.
But it was a great event. You guys have a nice weekend, and Bill?
Did you do anything?
Yeah, I helped some friends with like test footage for a shoot they're doing.
No, that's
That
fine.
was about it.
Okay, and on that note, let's take a commercial break. See our morning tip of the day brought to you by Eco Trail Trucker. Thank our sponsor, and when we come back, we've got the top 24 actually fast food hamburger restaurants. Let's see if you can pick the top
Say good
10
morning to
maybe.
Judy.
Good morning, Judy Zivley. I bet Katie knows the top. You eat hamburgers, top fast food?
Wait, what?
Do you eat fast food hamburgers?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if see where it ranks. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back. by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Call 800-651-4808.
Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing. Luhu Advisors. Let us help you.
Feeling tired and exhausted by your everyday life? The True Oldies channel 95.3, 96.9 VCMG Live has you covered, with your daily dose of music to make you boogie and jive. People really start to thrive with the True Oldies 95.3, 96.9 VCMG Live.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hey everyone, it's Lindsay Martinez, brand ambassador for the Eco Trail Trekker Health and Wellness Expo and Run, happening right here in our community, January 22nd, 2023. And I'm here to give you an amazing tip. What if I told you that I can give you an exercise that you would do every other day, and you can do it anywhere? You can do it outside, inside, you don't even need a gym. That's going to reshape your body, boost your metabolism, make you feel incredible, and burn a layer of fat off everywhere. Would you do it? Of course you would. And so do all of my clients. It is amazing. What are they? They're lunge walks. Lunge walks engage your quads and your glutes. Those are the largest muscle groups in your body, and they burn fat because they increase your metabolism. And it is amazing because it will reshape your entire body. But you have to do them in the proper form, and I'm here to show you how. You ready? So you're gonna put one foot in front of the other, and you're gonna bring it down. You wanna make sure your knee does not go past your toe, and that your core is really, really engaged, and you're perpendicular to the floor. It's that easy. And then take a next step forward and do the exact same thing. If you're a beginner, start with 25 and add 10 every other day. If you work out often, start with 50 and add 25 every other day, and watch your body change. You're going to reshape, increase your metabolism, and feel ridiculously alive the way you're supposed to feel. Guys, take care of the most important person in the world, and that's you. You're worth it.
And we're back.
And those walking lunges are brought to you by the brand ambassador, Lindsay Martinez of Eco Trail Trekker. The event is happening January 22nd, 2023, right here in Boca Raton. It is a 5K health and wellness family fun walk, run, vendors, speakers, a whole lot of fun at the Embassy Suites in Boca Raton. So for more information, go to ecotrailtrekker.com and check that out.
It's funny, when I go to play golf, like if I were to go to over the weekend, I won't be able to sit
Why?
or walk because you use your lower legs to drive the ball. So you ever play golf? You're like a hitting tee for like an hour, and then the next day every part of your body hurts.
My back hurts the most when playing golf.
How's your
Everything
back been,
hurts.
by the way?
It 98%. I'm just afraid of it right now because I can still feel it, and I'm afraid to do it again or to pull it again.
You may need a body cast.
A body cast.
No, he's
Immobilization.
got to rest.
Or what's the back brace? I need one of those.
Somebody asked me, do you play a lot of guitar? I says, I think he does. And they said that's probably where the pain's coming from. You wear a
There's
shoulder strap?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like my computer
Yeah.
bag and my
Yes.
purse.
How old
And
are
the
you
phone.
now?
23.
So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to lift weights in this direction, and this direction, and this direction, and in this direction.
I have my
to
punching
straighten that
bag.
up.
I got my punching bag. That's how I work out.
That's just gonna irritate you. You gotta make the muscles stronger. See, that stuff like that is the reason why you walk around limping.
Do you ever
Like this
work
one.
out?
Me? I used to work out all the time.
I told Chuck yesterday, so my arm hurts. I got the rest of my body to work out. I just won't use my left arm. Anyway, it's all good. So they did an article. This is right up Katie's alley about fast food hamburgers, about what constitutes a great fast food burger.
What's the best burger?
Well, I'll get to that. They say it should taste good, but based on this gentleman's article, it should also be convenient. It can have a lot of toppings, but there should not be overly busy in toppings because it needs to be compatible with eating inside a moving car while you're driving with one hand. So that kind of limits what the fast food burger can be.
Why?
Because people eat while they drive. It's like putting on your lipstick in one hand. You need the burger with one hand while you're driving.
Checkers.
Ew.
Which is the best burger
You're
there is?
ew.
Habit.
That's not really fast
It
It
is.
is fast food.
food.
It's a good burger.
Drive-through.
So
It's
number
not-
23 is Burger King. They say Burger King is like not a
terrible.
very good burger.
I'm gonna tell you the Whopper.
Whopper Jr.
I'm gonna tell you something. If you can drive with the Whopper, you a driver. See, I've been doing it 40 years. I'm telling you, it is humongous. Now it's smaller now. Back in the day, that Whopper took 2 hands.
You know, the flame grilled thing for me just wasn't a thing. Wiener Schnitzel, they say.
What the hell is that?
Some of the fast food places I've never heard about. Rallies.
I heard of Rallies. That's a South Carolina place.
White Castle came in at number 17.
White Castle is not a fast food that you have a problem eating, except holding 20 of them.
Dairy Queen came in at 16,
They make burgers?
apparently.
Yeah.
But their shakes, but their
Jack in the Box, 15.
I used to eat at Jack in the Box.
Steak and Shake, 14.
Never
We're
again.
getting to the top 10.
That's Gio's favorite. Ugh.
Habit, 13.
What?
Wendy's, 12. We're getting there.
Wendy's is good.
A&W,
In
11.
Tampa. In Tampa. They're not around too much anymore.
Shake Shack comes in 10.
They have a good burger, but it's $200.
The Shroom Burger is really good.
How expensive is it?
It's pricey.
Yeah.
$17 for a full
No, it's
meal.
not.
That's
For a full
crazy.
meal, $17.
That's a lot of money.
They say the best burger is the roadside double with Swiss cheese, caramelized onions.
Roadside double. Roadside. Who the hell is Roadside?
Shake Shack.
Roadside is Shake Shack? All right, what's number 1?
Smash Burger is number 9.
Never heard of them?
Five Guys is 8.
They're good, but greasy.
Culver's is 7. I don't know what Culver's is. 6 is Whataburger.
Where's their Whataburger?
Hey!
I-
Texas game.
Texas Whataburger.
Where is that? Here in Florida?
No, it's in Texas.
5 is In-N-Out, out from, I guess, California.
No way
Never
McDonald's
heard.
is top 5.
McDonald's is number 4.
Ew.
That's
McDonald's
disgusting.
comes in no matter what you think of this corporation or its effect on the world. Did you really think McDonald's wasn't going to make top 5? The Quarter Pounder with cheese is the model burger. Competing chains battle against it.
It's the easiest thing to eat, not the best. Sorry to say.
Number 3, do you remember what Poster put out about Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers?
No.
We did, and we actually changed Freddy's to Freddy's
I
Bodega.
remember that, yeah.
Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers is number 3.
Where are they located?
Based in Wichita, Kansas.
Ah.
We should call them and see if they'll send some in.
Call them. Get the number. Next.
All right, we're
For
going to look that up.
free?
You never know. Number 2 is Carl's Jr.
Never heard of that?
The number 1 burger, which I don't even know where it is. Oh, South LA, Fat Burger.
Fat burger.
Fat Burger is number 1. McDonald's came in 4.
I still
don't
think
know.
Burger King is the best.
Ew.
For driving, not for deliciousness.
For,
For
driving,
driving?
it would be Crystals or White Castle. Because the burger.
Crystal?
Because they're small,
Crystals.
right?
Yeah.
But where do we get White Castles? You can't get, you gotta get them frozen from the. I love White Castles, don't get me wrong.
They don't have
There's one in
checkers on
Tampa.
here.
They don't have checkers.
What's your go-to, you guys? Steak and Shake? Shake Shack.
For a burger. I don't have a top one, but it would be in between Shake Shack, Checkers.
I love Checkers. They used to give you one free if you
They're
bought.
really cheap. Like really I sent the receipt to my dad. I'm like, look how cheap this is.
Is that even real meat?
Okay, but it was cheap and the shakes were really good too. So good quality for good quantity.
Now, Bill, what's your favorite? Do you eat meat?
My favorite's Five Guys.
What?
Five Guys
Oh,
is
yeah.
really good. There was a
That's not really
time.
burger. Oh yeah, it is.
There was a time I used to go to
Back
Five
in
Guys
Texas.
only, but the problem was it's too greasy.
I used to take the kids to Five Guys and slip on the floor walking in.
Greasy.
That's disgusting. I'm sorry.
That's 'cause
If
when they
you're
fry.
sliding on the oil walking in, you know you got a problem.
Now that number one burger in Boca is that Mexican guys, the guys that have the Mexican place as well.
Oh, yes.
That is the number one burger. Have you ever been? What's the name?
Over on Hillsborough.
Yeah,
They own El Jefe and they
El
own...
Jefe Luchador. They own, but theirs is. Oh man, we gotta find out the name of that. I can't believe that people don't know about this place.
On Hillsborough, that burger place, I got to think about Aaron's like Charm City.
Charm City. You ever been
Aaron's
to Charm
favorite.
City?
You get a burger, puts an egg on it. We should go get lunch for them there.
We
today.
should take them. Now let me tell you about Charm
It's
City.
about this big.
Don't eat nothing, because the burger's this big. I took Bobby from NN there, because he says that his burger place was the best. Now, come with me.
Never put an egg on your burger?
Always.
It's called the Hangover Burger.
A lot of
Something
protein.
I eat.
Katie? She's like, no.
No, she wants a marshmallow on her.
No, that's probably what Baxton wants.
But when you get this burger, I took Bobby and he said to me, I can never eat here again. I said, why? He says, I can only eat a quarter of it.
Yep, so interesting top burgers. And then it's funny how I always think of our crew. Chicken nuggets. The same guy did an article about chicken nuggets. Apparently, you know what's in chicken nuggets? Not chicken.
Yeah, I've heard lots of
What do you mean?
Not chicken.
What's
They
in
said
it?
the chicken nugget was popularized by McDonald's in the early 1980s in an attempt, this is interesting, in an attempt to get more people to eat chicken versus meat. They found out that chicken nuggets are only about 40 to 50% chicken.
And what's the rest? Go
We
ahead.
probably don't want to know.
I want to know.
Bone, tendons, nerves, filler, byproducts.
Well, they're not going to take
Powdered
that off the
milk.
chicken when you eat it.
They grind it all up, so you're eating, and then they fry
It's like a
it.
hot dog. What do you think? You eat beef in a hot dog? They don't put liver and all that other
I
stuff?
don't know. It's not a thing. Aaron used to love all that stuff. I just can't do it.
And do you know what color a hot dog is until they add the red dye number 7?
Yep. It's brown.
What color?
Gray.
Really?
It's gray.
That's giving me like flashbacks to the episode from SpongeBob when they remember when the thing was like gray in the machine, and then they
Now I found out the elections are
Crusty
coming.
dogs?
He gets it.
The elections are coming up in November, and the number one culprit of not changing the environment because they're not voting is 18 to 30-year-olds. They are not voting. It is down. 4% of your people are voting because they don't think it's going to make a difference.
They don't think they can make a difference. You think that's true?
I disagree with that 100%. Obama won because they voted. Just to bring that up.
I have to tell you, I almost said last week the political climate on TV isn't that outrageous and horrible as it normally is
It can't be.
until this weekend.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the ads that I've seen come out this weekend. I have to tell you, I got to give it to DeSantis' campaign because they've got his wife drumming home
cancer.
the emotional family cancer
True.
wife
Best commercial.
tears.
Best
So you talk
commercial
about
I've
the
ever
emotional heart tugs. He may win because of her. They have
Best-
taken away the defamatory, they have taken away all of those horrible, harsh ads, and they're going the emotional side of the wife.
But the wife came on and says, "You want to know who DeSantis is?" And she went and she put it out there, because in my opinion, DeSantis has been heartless in many
Well,
cases.
I think they must know that's the overall rating, and they went the other way. They're going towards the
On-
wife,
I
family,
wouldn't
emotional.
play anything else.
I have not seen anything else for him.
No, he has one where he's criticizing Christie.
I've seen another one with her also talking about the family man he is. and how the father of these 3 small children, and how he's at
That
baseball
one I
games.
didn't- that one I didn't care
but
about.
the
the one with the
emotional-
cancer,
He may
when
win
I
based
had
on
cancer,
that.
This is what he did. I gotta tell you, that one hit home. Now, I went to the movies this weekend.
Yeah.
I went to see Plan A. And I didn't want to go see Plan A. Thank you very much, Lucy. Linda. Very emotional movie. I have never, Schindler's List and all that, I didn't see because I didn't want to get into that whole thing, but this is about the Holocaust. And this is based on a true story from what I read.
Probably.
Tough movie. Go and see it. It is unbelievable the way they portray this thing. And it catches your attention because of what happened in history. And the reason that I'm saying all of this is because of what's happening right now in the Ukraine and Putin and everything else. And lost in the mix, apparently Putin has said that he's willing to sit down with Turkey and the West to negotiate and stop the violence. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not true. The president of the Ukraine said absolutely not, because what he wants is not achievable. I don't know. But it's just, that movie was something else. And last night I saw Flight. Remember the movie Flight with Denzel Washington? Where he was an airline pilot. And it was in the 70s, and he used to rock and roll. He used to drink. He was a drunk. He was an alcoholic. He used to do coke. And he did that for 3 days, and then he flew this plane, and the plane had mechanical problems, and the plane was flying nose down.
Was he the pilot?
He was the pilot, and then the plane was flying nose down, and he inverted the plane. He inverted this commercial airline to stabilize it this way, and then he brought it back to crash land. He saved 100 lives. 4 were killed, and 2 of the crew were killed. And he went to jail.
Why?
Gotta see the movie. Check it out. Flight. You're never gonna regret it. And I watched it till midnight, and I thought that this was gonna be a happy ending. It isn't out, and there isn't out. But you gotta watch the movie Flight. You're gonna love it.
Interesting. You guys see any movies? It was a beautiful weekend. Go to the beach. Do anything good?
Oh, we did pumpkin carving.
Where'd you
Well,
carve?
tell us about your carving.
Yeah, I want to get a pumpkin.
So he had a plan to
And
like sketch it all out, you know, with the Sharpie. We got all the supplies out to like carve it with, and you know, do.
You've
your-
done it before?
I do it every year.
Oh, okay. So you've done it before?
It's been a while.
So what happened?
So I was gonna have a plan too, but for some reason I was like, let's just get a knife and just. So I got my pumpkin and just started cutting triangles and stuff.
You didn't put a drawing on it?
Nope.
You did it freehand?
Yeah, did not look good, obviously. So then I was like, well, so then I turned it around and I tried to do it on the other side, and it was just like kind of like a hole.
and how did your pumpkin come out?
Not good.
Not
Yours
good?
looked better than mine.
Nah. The first drawing I did, it came out terrible, so I didn't want to cut into it. I tried it again, came out terrible again, and so I went up with my backup plan.
Which was
But
It's all right.
make a pumpkin pie?
No,
I made
no,
a
we
pumpkin pie.
You did?
yeah, we got at
It was
Bednar's
really good.
Bednar's farm, all the way in 441. They have a pumpkin patch thing. I didn't want to pay $25 to go
I know, it's
into it.
ridiculous,
So
but
we just went into like their local farmer market. We got local pumpkin bread, pumpkin pie, and a blondie, like a brownie thing.
There was a
Really
pumpkin or a pumpkin something over at Meisner. I didn't get there
Freddie
yesterday.
went.
How was it?
He called me, hey, Dad, check this out. I said, stop it, I'm watching the Jets.
Were there vendors and
Yeah, it was at the amphitheater.
very
the kids
cool?
kids were picking pumpkins. So
Oh.
he says to me, you're watching the Jets? How you watching the Jets? I said, on my phone. So I gave him the link. And that was the end of the pumpkin patch.
Oh my gosh! I remember taking the kids, Chelsea, to the pumpkin patch in Dallas, in Texas, which was so cool because it was a little fall. It was cool. You could actually go to a barn and pick a pumpkin and hay. Here it's a little different. You go to Meisner Park Amphitheater
I never
and you
went.
pick a pumpkin.
I never picked a pumpkin in my life.
I made
Really?
pumpkin seeds though.
How'd they come out?
A little burnt, but you know what? I made some last night too, and they also got burnt. So
My mom made me throw them away
Why?
because they smelled bad.
Now, Bill, ever make pumpkin seeds? I've never gotten very good at the pumpkin seed situation.
Don't you gotta fry them before you bake them?
well, we were waiting for them, and then I was like, something smells burnt. He's like, oh, And he ran over there and he took the oven. And then I got 2 pumpkins so I could do one at my apartment. So I did one last night and they kind of burnt a little bit. But
The seeds?
yeah,
Well, what'd you do with the pumpkin?
I threw it away.
You didn't carve it?
You think I can carve a pumpkin after that whole thing?
I'm gonna give you a
No.
secret. You go to the dollar store, which is now $1.25, $1.31 with tax.
Yeah, do better, dollar store.
And you stick a sticky on it, and we draw the face.
Well, yeah, he had stencils. I chose not to use them.
I used to paint the pumpkins when the kids were little. We'd have a theme, like there would be the Cruella theme, or we had the Disney theme, and we would paint them all.
Stencils, he refused to use them.
Well, he's an animator. Why would he use the stencils? He can do
I
his
mean,
own
we
thing.
had stencils, but he just,
And when you carve a turkey, when you carve a pumpkin, you should use what they use for surgery, the blades.
Exactly.
No, I just took the
Exactly.
knife and I just.
No, you don't do that. You
I
use
know.
them. Use the blades from a surgeon or something like that. They have a whole kit, a whole toolkit. You
They don't use a
that.
surgeon.
Yeah,
They make
that's
like little. You can poke it for kids to use, like little pokers, like little dots, and you.
They're not kids. You can do that with kids, yeah. Then you expect it to look like it's, from an alien from another planet.
We'll have to bring in candy. I cannot believe the price of candy. Anyway.
Can I
Halloween
take
is
you to
coming.
a place where you're gonna say, "Oh my God"? You don't listen. I told you.
I know.
Walmart.
So I've tried. Apparently, people go to 3 grocery stores over the weekend to try to save money. It's freaking exhausting, and I still spend a ton of money. I don't think I save money. I think I just wear myself out.
I wanted to see the Jet game, and it was third quarter, and Linda takes me to Walmart. And I run in the store with a cart. I grab a cart. I look like O.J. Simpson, jumping over people and stuff. I get the milk. So on purpose, because I want to go home to see the Jet game, even though it was on my phone, I wanted to get in the car. She begins to add stuff to the cart. Women are just mean.
Well, my question is, why did you go?
Because I told her she had to work. I says, when you go, I'll take you to lunch and then we'll go and do the errands. We had errands to do.
So why didn't you wait until? Oh, she says, why didn't you wait until after the Jet game at 4?
Because everything was closed by the time we got out there. That's not the theme of
It
the
is
point.
the thing. The thing
No.
is, you set yourself up to be in a bad situation.
No. The theme was a guy goes to Walmart and he picks this to buy. He doesn't go like this. He goes like this and out the door. So I'm racing around. So she calls me, "Where are you? Where are you?" And I says, "I'm picking everything up that we need. I need the water filters and everything." "Well, I don't know where you are." "Okay, follow the yellow brick road." And in the way, she says, "We need this, all these things we don't need."
You never
Marco
know when you
Polo.
need them.
Gotta do Marco Polo. Or tie a balloon to your hand. So then you see a little balloon.
But do you do that? Do you go straight to what you're gonna, like if you need bread, do you go shopping through every aisle to get to the bread section?
It depends what I'm looking for. So like, if I have a free day and I have plenty of time, I'll go to Target and I'll spend so long there. Just, looking around.
Target,
Love Target.
that place will bankrupt you.
Okay, but you know what? We went the other day and I only got 2 things.
That's pretty good.
Can you
Pretty
walk into a
good.
store like a Target and walk out with nothing?
No. Not me.
Yeah.
There's the difference.
No, absolutely not. At least a candle, a birthday card, or something.
I won't go. I won't go if I don't have any reason to go.
Well, that's why I've stopped going. That's why I buy things online and I put it in my car. I've stopped walking in because that's where I buy what I need.
But the problem with online shopping is that then you add more things to your cart. Like, oh, you know what? I also need this. And you add it to your cart. And your cart says $500 or something.
In my cart yesterday
Not
was
$500, but you know what I mean.
$200. And Chuck went, we spent what, $40 at Target? I went, $209. He went, what?
I can't blame them.
$100 on candy.
No, you're
So $100 for the other stuff is not so bad.
$12 at Walmart.
So here's my question as we wrap up our show today. Do fish sneeze?
Yes. They burp.
And is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco?
Where did these questions come from?
You ever have a hot dog sandwich? I have. You cut it up and you put it between 2 pieces of bread.
What
with some mayo and
constitutes a
cheese.
sandwich?
2 pieces of bread.
So then a hot dog is a sandwich, right?
You put You cut it up, the hot dog.
It's its own thing.
No, that's a bun. But if you cut up the hot dog and you put it in a piece of bread with mayo and cheese,
Well, yeah, then
Why is
that's
it
a
any
sandwich.
different than a hot
It's a
dog and a
sandwich.
bun?
you just ask.
Because the bun makes a
Sandwich?
difference.
No, the bun is not a sandwich.
Oh, the bun is not a sandwich?
It's not a taco either.
And fish sneeze?
Yes, I've seen it. They sneeze and then the bubbles comes out of them.
The only thing you can do with hot dogs are cut them up and put them in a thing of beans, baked beans. They're called beanie weenies.
Beanie weenies.
You like beanie weenies?
I
Oh,
love
God,
beanie
yes.
weenies. That's tailgate food right
That
there,
is
baby.
the greatest.
Now, Bill, you like beanie weenies?
I don't know what that is.
Hot Franks and beans?
Oh, yeah.
You put it on a piece of bread. That's called in the Navy. They have a name for it. Joe, may rest in peace, used to tell me. It's called a shingle. You take and you put anything on a piece of bread.
It's
Corned
called
beef,
something on a shingle?
something on a shingle.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Where'd you hear that?
Where? Only my mother grew up like you.
Something on the shingle. I used to love something on the shingle. I gotta call your mom today.
You gotta come on. All right. Have a great morning, everyone. We've got Bird Talk coming up at 11.
Don't miss today's Bird Talk because he's gonna have a
We've
lot
got 3
to
crew
say.
members that are still out so far today.
Where's Kaylee?
Kaylee, Bree, and military.
And Bree still hasn't sent me my paragraph that she said she promised to do the other day. Ooh,
All right. Have a great morning. Tune in today, Bird Talk Radio. Well, I'm sure Josh is going to be talking Eagles. Have a great morning, and we will see you in a little bit.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.